Very chipper tonight. Mr. Robin just cost me a fortune to get the 10 pence letter R 2019. Now I've got my complete date run of coins now, so there's a result. Yeah, it's been a horrible week this week, what with the Queen dying, and it's just starting to spit with rain now, and it's the 11th today, of the 9th, 2022 for you time travellers. But yeah, we've been working hard on the allotments this week. I've been on the car boots this morning, bought some coins, I'll show you at the end of the video. I bought some Salford Scally rat traps. In fact, I'm going to show you them in a moment. And now I wish I had these rat traps early in the week, which will come on to that video in a moment. But yeah, these traps I paid a £5 for the 2 of them. What are you doing, Buttercup? Make your mind up. So let me show you these Salford Scally rat traps. So these are them rat traps or squirrel traps, and how they work, you got a little hook here and that hooks onto it like that. You put the bait on the other end, squirrel runs in, or a rat, it touches it and it drops down, that drops down and locks it. Now there's two, there's this one I've just made up to show you, and it's another one here in the flat pack. I paid a £5 for the 2 of them, so I think I've got a good deal there. Right, anyway, let's move on. So as you saw there, one was folded and the other one I was just making it. I'm going to leave it out tonight, and all my cameras are all working now, so we're going to see if we can catch a Salford Scally rat. I'd wish I'd had them earlier in the week, because the Salford meerkats ascended onto the plot and took a row of my corn out before we actually took all the corn out. So you're going to see me actually in this video, in this clip now, removing all my they're called golden fleece sweet corn, and we're going to tidy the bed up, and I'll show you what they look like at the end of it, all the corn. And yeah, these Salford meerkats. Ooh. Okay, so they're a posh name for the squirrels, sort of grey squirrels there in Salford. Bloody nuisance they are. That robin up there is doing my head in. It's not shut up, it's been at it for over an hour, chirping away. Anyway, let me show you this corn, what we've harvested. Well, this is just pure destruction by these squirrels. As you can see, they've absolutely hammered these ones here. They've climbed up on here and they just had a freebie. However, these are ready now, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take them all. Take all the ones and just leave them ones there for the time being. There's a decoy, but I cannot believe the bloody squirrels. They've done this in the last 6 hours. Cause I come on this morning, these was not like this. So while I've been away, they've actually chewed into them and done this sort of damage. This is awful. This, I could have had these only for that bugger taking the trap, stealing the trap. We could have had this sorted, but look at it. Anyway, I'm just going to pick a few of them out. We'll put them in the greenhouse until we need them all. Leave that one down there. That one's still okay. You can tell when the corn is ready. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remonstrate. I'm going to show you. There's a small one there, unfortunately. But this is the corn, and the reason why I know it's ready is because the squirrels are hammering it, and they made a right mess of it on the other side. But so there you go, guys. The way to tell is if you push there and see the liquid, white liquid coming out, that tells me that corn is ready to go. So anyway, what I'm doing, I'm taking them now rather than lose them all to the bloody squirrels. So there will still be a few left on here, but as soon as I get them, then the squirrels get them. Right, I've took all the corn. Big bucket full of it here. I'll just put that somewhere safe. Now we'll get all this all put in this bag. So as you can see, we cleared it. I'm going to go and give it a quick hoeing. I think I'm going to work on this bed next and put scaffolding boards on here. I think that's my next job actually, before I put anything else in there. But yeah, we've got all the corn, it's all in the greenhouse. This is just I give all the smaller bits to the chickens. As soon as them get them, then them bloody squirrels. What's amazing, 6 hours and they've managed to damage 5 of them. So anyway, they're all out. Next job, give this a bit of an hoeing, and then we'll come back to this bed. But all that stuff there I've got to get rid of, so I think it's a trip to Cobby tomorrow. So I'll stick it where I can throw it in the car and get it off to tip. Yeah, the corn in question is called Golden Fleece, so if you're interested in growing some, that's what you want. Right, get rid of that. I'll tidy the bed and come back and show you what it looks like when it's all done. So as you can see, we've took all the corn out of this bed now. I will be back and I will put the new boards in here shortly. Before I put anything else in, I'll get all the scaffolding boards, and we'll screw them together, and then we can think about putting something else in here. But yeah, it's sad that I've had to take the corn out, but it was ready. So yeah, we'll get up to Cobden Street Tip tomorrow. We'll get this bag shifted here, and then we'll come back to this bed Bloody squirrels, so annoying. But I assure you, it will look good in a couple of days' time. Once I get all them new boards in and sort this frame out here, that's the main thing. Got to sort that out. So I need a couple of hinges because them other ones have rusted. So I've got a couple. So it's just a matter of screwing them on, and then we've got the bed back, and then I can put. Well, I need to bring more scaffolding boards. I need 8 more boards from home, and then we've done the back again, and I can put pile of wood chip, and we can come up another 10 inches. Right, anyway, this is a work in progress, and we will be back to this shortly. Well guys, what you're looking at there, the golden fleece sweet corn. This is the last of them. I've already took about 10 home. I reckon I've got about 60 of them. So I've done alright this year with the corn. Got a bit upset about the squirrels attacking them and destroying about 5 or 6 of them this morning. That's why we've took them today. We've tore all the plants down. They're all going at tip, and these are all going home. These 6 will be gone in 10 minutes. As soon as they come through the door, they'll be putting butter, and they'll be chewing on them like there's no tomorrow. The rest of them, well, they're just going to probably all end up in the freezer, blanched. But I just keep them in the wraps for now. In the wraps. But anyway, so that's the corn. Looks pretty good too. It's really, really nice, this. I mean, perfect. All perfect. Everything went to plan, and we got a good result there. Right, anyway, moving on. So it's all gone now, all the corn's out. We tilled the bed. I looked at the bed and it was a mess. I thought, let's spend a few hours and rebuild this bed, get the scaffolding boards. I've got a few scaffolding boards at the back of the plot left, so I thought, let's get at them and build this bed. We took the frame off the cage. There's no wrong with that. But you're going to see me building this frame, putting it all together. We're going to actually put some lime into that bed as well. You're going to see me doing that. I've got these Huntsman's cabbage that I'm going to be putting in there shortly, but let's not jump ahead of ourselves. Let me show you me building this thing. It's quite a fairly long video, but I've reduced it right down to 20 minutes. So it's an episode on its own, this video, but when you see what I've done, I'm sure you appreciate it. It's well worth it in the end. So let me show you me building this second raised bed. So today's the plan is to put a raised scaffolding board just here. I'm going to lift that and put it over there. That just lifts up and you can just move it. I've took it off the hinges, so the hinges have all been taken off it. And we will be putting it back eventually, but right this moment the plan is take all these boards out. I'm going to replace them all with new boards. So that's the plan anyway. So we've cleared everything out of the bed, and all I've got to do now is get the scaffolding boards, set them on the top, and screw them together. We will be doing it with the rest of them, but not right now. I'm just doing these 2. The one in the front we did last week. This one we're doing this week. One a week I think could be good enough. As they come available, the beds, that's when we're gonna build them. So I want to get my scaffolding boards, so we'll lay them out. It's just starting to rain now, but I don't think this cloud, it's just over the top of us, so when it passes, obviously we're going to get on with it, but I will get my scaffolding boards out now and set them out. So I've got my scaffolding boards, they're all cut to size, they just need screwing up. Can do that quite easy, but you can see over the years where the path have sort of go further over here. Well, all that's going to change. Like I say, we're going to line them up, level them out, and hopefully it'll look okay. I'm still looking for some wood to be able to hammer into the ground to put these, you know, to fix it. However, when I put wood chip down, that'll do the job anyway. They're not going to move these boards, and I'll be throwing some horse manure in there and a load of potato compost when we're ready. I'm going to have to stick another one of these over there, because what I do is I put that and then I put it on like a bracket so you can turn it over. You know, a sensor coming, guys. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to get my screwy gun and we'll screw them all together and see what it looks like when we've done. Probably wondering what I'm doing. I'm drilling a couple of holes in, so when I put the screws in, it won't split the wood. I'm hoping it goes straight the way through the boards. So that's what we're doing. Well, we can continue. I just had my mate John over. His strimmer, the wire just keeps snapping off. He's put it the wrong way, the wire. Right, anyway, I'm just going to get my kneeling pad. So I've got my kneeling pad. Buttercup's just at the side of me, so we're going to have at it. go. So we've got the boards in after a fashion. Now what I need to do is just make sure they're square. So that's take me 2 minutes, then we'll be right back. So there you go, guys, that's the raised bed done. I will be putting some I've squared it off, and what I really need to do is stick a couple of stakes in and screw them in just to keep them secure, but I haven't got any piece of wood that I can see at the moment, but I will do it in the next day or two. Might be able to do it in a bit. I'm just going to have a look, see if I've got any of the wood. But right this moment we haven't. I can hear the bells chiming there for the Queen Elizabeth. Very sad. Well, this will cheer me up a bit, doing this raised bed. I will be sticking another plank, dividing it up, this bed, into, and then putting a frame over the top of it. The frame's over here. I'll set it on the top and then put the other board in, but I've got to cut the other board. I've not done it yet. But what I need now is some batten, some 25B B40, 25B50 would be perfect. Just to bang into to secure everything and make it all so it can't possibly move. The good news is though, once we get the other boards in the other side, and I throw the wood chip down, they'll never move ever again. They'll rot, but they won't move. Anyway, we've come up another 10 inches there. We may have noticed the stakes, 2 at that end, 1 in either the middle, and 2 at this end. So this bed ain't going nowhere. The next thing I need to do is cut another board, and for that thing there, we sit that on the top. I've got to put some brackets on it, and then we can tilt it up, but that's another job for another day. Well guys, we're coming to the end of this project. The only trouble is its bloody chance of rain is like 100%, so I've got to shift myself. Now I've got the boards in, I've got all the strengtheners, the things that hold the bed in place. I've got one more scaffolding board to cut, and then what I'm going to do is sit a cage. In fact, I'm going to get the cage now and sit it on the top, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So give me a second. So you get the picture. That is well, it's not exactly squared, it's a bit willy wonky. However, it doesn't matter, because what I'm going to do now is to cut a board and put it in so it encloses that that frame. I'm going to be bringing some hinges down tomorrow, and I'll put the hinges on the other side. But right now we're going to cut this plank. Now I've already measured it, so there shouldn't be any problems with the measuring. However, because I'm me, I will 1950, right? So I'm going to cut this. I know I've left my circular saw at home and I've also left my jigsaw. However, we can do this, it's not a problem. Oh, there was no fun doing that, I can tell you. I've left my hammer in the car, haven't I? What I do need to do, so all I've got to do tomorrow is put the hinges on the other side, and we got a cage there to put stuff in. I will be putting some spent compost out of a couple of buckets of spuds later in the week. You're going to be seeing it probably after I've done this bed. But yeah, I've got a couple of hinges and I know where they are. I've left them on my computer desk at home. So you're going to see me back here in a minute, and we're going to put the hinges on it so it can move up and down, and the job will be a good one. So we've almost completed 2 raised beds now. We'll be back to do the hinges in a moment or two. So there we go, all hinged up. That's how it goes. Swing the camera over here so you can see it. So that's how it fits on. It sort of like hinges over. It can't go any further than where it is. It was designed that way in the first place. So all I have to do now, there we go. Job's a good one. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to add some lime in that bed, I think, and some soil. I might put some brassicas in that cage, and then where we are, where the camera is at the moment, which I'll just come back out to about here. What we'll do, we'll put the elephant garlic in there, I think. But yeah, that raised bed now is complete. All it needs is a bit more soil. Not as it needs it, but I will be putting more soil in there eventually. Right, I'm going to put all my tools away. Then we'll move on to the next thing, what we've got on the bucket list to do today. Well guys, what we're doing now, we're going to lime inside here and then throw a couple of buckets of compost on top of it. So it's easier to get it in there now. Good mixing in. Get it all nicely mixed in, and then we're going to throw some more compost on top of it. I've got these 2 buckets here. So throw So all this bed now is waiting for is its occupants. It's cabbages, and we'll be showing you me putting them in shortly. Just level it out a bit with this. There we go guys, all done. So that's another bed done. We've still got 4 more beds to build there. I do need to bring my scaffolding boards from home. We've got to figure out how I'm going to get them here, but the car will be going in for an MOT shortly. So I'm going to be taking all my tools and everything out the back of the car, and what I'm going to do is stick a few 13-foot lengths in the back, leave them hanging out 3 foot and then drive them round here in the morning around about 5 o'clock where there's no cars or traffic. And I think if we do that a couple of times, we should get them all down here in the next few weeks. But I'm not going to be working on them straight away because I want to have some work to do for the winter. You saw me throwing that compost into the bed there, the 2 buckets. Well, them 2 buckets, believe it or not, one was clover and one was Jack's Magic. What we've done 2 reveals of I think they're called Osprey. We did them both at the same time. We did exactly the same. The only difference was the compost, to see whether the compost was which one was the best. However, we started to do the first reveal, and that was the clover. When my mate Paul come over to thank me, I turned the camera off. He was asking me about who's trimmed the path and what have you, and I was talking to him and I forgot to turn the camera on. Anyhow, before I knew it, I'd actually done that reveal, and it was only when I realised it was too late. So you're going to see at the start of the video me explaining that with the bag. So we're going to weigh that first, and then we're going to do the reveal of the Jack's Magic. So you're going to get a comparison which was the better compost. So that's what this clip's all about, and plus we got some pretty good potatoes. You'll see them at the end of the video with a few other vegetables which I harvest as well. So let me show you these 2 reveals. Well guys, what you're looking at there is a 6.25 pound bag of Osprey potatoes. Unfortunately I didn't record it. Now this was done in clover. However, we have got a bucket here which was done in Jack's Magic. So what I'm going to do, I've got another bag. So we're going to see what the weight is with the Jack's Magic. I guarantee you it won't be half the weight of what the clover. Now if I go to music, it's because there's an ice cream van playing. Someone's just shouted to get locked up for that. Talking to herself, I know. That looks alright. Anyway, we're going to tip the bucket out. I'm going to see what we got. Now remember, we just had a weigh-in of just short of £6, so I don't know what the hell these are going to be. Well, they might be a bit better actually. In fact, they're a damn sight better. There's something like that little seed potato. So basically what we're trying to do is see what the difference in potatoes are. Look at that, don't look too clever that, does it? That's soil. I think we got them all, guys. It's weird, that stuff. I don't know what's... When it dried out that colour. Anyway, let's see what we got. Get my scales. Set them to 0. So they're set to pounds. Get my bag. We're going to lift it up and we'll come up here. And so you can see we got £4.1. So the ones done in Jack's Magics was £4.1, and and the ones we've just done in the clover, set that back to 0, and they come in at £6, nearly 2, so almost £2 more we've got out of them spuds. So yeah, it's almost half again better. Okay, so yeah, £6 one done in the clover, and £4 two in the Jack's Magic. So there you go. I thought we'd show you that. But we're going to be using this compost to top me new raised bed up. So I'm just doing a couple of reveals here now. Right, anyway, onwards and upwards. Tell you about all the noises in the background. Yeah, all the bloody noises. All you can hear is power tools going at the moment. But yeah, I take £4 too, like that Jack's Magic, but clearly the clover's much better. So anyway, let's move on. Well, got a few, if you just give half a dozen eggs away to my next door neighbour. Like that for the pepper. I knocked this off by mistake, so I thought I'd better take it. It will ripen. Look at the size of that, it's like the size of a bloody football. That's a proper cucumber. Put it next to that chilli. Got lots of them ox-horn peppers. I say got these, and then we've got all these Osprey potatoes. That's what I'm taking home today. So nice little result at the end of it. So clearly the clover's much better than the Jack's Magic, £2 better, and we did them both at the same time. So the only trouble with that clover, it's going to be phased out in 2024 because it's a peat-based compost. So it looks like we're going to have to start making our own compost again, which ain't a bad thing. But I will need to sort all my compost bins, and the reason why I'm building these raised beds now is to empty all them bins into these raised beds, and I'm going to rip them all out. I'm going to have a big bonfire. I'm going to redo all my compost bins. So that's the plan, and that's going to be happening later on in the year when it's a lot cooler, and I'm not sweating as much any sort of work, and it's really hard in this weather. I mean, 24 degrees today, 24 degrees the other day, just too warm to be constantly doing something. And when I start something, I keep at it, and before you know it, I've lost about half a stone in weight, which ain't a bad thing, because at the night time I make it all when I buy the kebabs. But yeah, the potatoes there look absolutely fantastic, and the cucumber, it was only when Buttercup moved I noticed the cucumber, so I thought, oh yeah, we'll get that. And then I went in the greenhouse to get this Hawthorne pepper, and as I was leaning over, I knocked one of my bell peppers off. Now them bell peppers are pretty awesome, they're doing really well, and as you just saw the size of them, absolutely enormous. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. I've got other clips I would love to show you, but like I say, I'm running out of time here, so I thought we'll finish off with what we've been buying on the car boot today. And I bought a few coins. I've got to admit, I do like the coins. I bought a few other things. I'll probably save them for next week as well, but the coins, this is what we bought today. So what you're looking at here is a collection of pennies from 1930 to 1967. Yes, we have got the 2 key dates there in pretty good condition, I must add. In fact, all these coins are in quite nice condition. As you can see, they could be better. I do every now and again I do swap them out and put I've actually got another collection with brilliant uncirculated coins, pretty much like these ones, these two here. But this is just a set that I thought I'd show you. Absolutely awesome. Got all the Victoria as well. But there's so many different variants. Some with teeth missing on the borders. There's all sorts of different little things what you got to look for, like high tide, low tide. You want them with the Eaton mark, and you know, there's all different water mark or what's the name marks on them. But anyway, I thought I'd share this little selection. But them two there, quite expensive to buy them. They were 30 quid just for the two of them on their own. And as you can see, look how many was made. 120,000 of them pennies. The two 1951. I wish you had a 1954 or 55 or 56 or 57 or 58 or 59 or even 1960 penny, but they didn't make them, unfortunately. There's another one. There's a couple of variants of these as well. So yeah, anyway, so that's what I've been wasting my money on just recently. In keeping with all the strike your owns, I've just acquired this, paid 20 quid for it. It's cheaper for me to buy it on eBay than it is to travel to the Royal Mint to buy it. By the time I got there and paid me fare and paid to get in, it's like 40 quid. So would you pay 40 or would you pay 20? I've got every single one of these strike your owns, by the way. Here's something else we just bought. This is a Pedford, yeah, 20 quid, 2001 pound. It's a double thickness coin, and we got a 2010 there, but it hasn't got the sealed certificate of authenticity. I can't say authenticity, but yeah, it is what it is. This is the Belfast one, pretty rare. They did 4 of them. Anyway, here's another one. This is the large date. I think it's this one. I'm not too sure the date. I think I've got it written on here somewhere. 1992, 10p. Again, it's a Pedford 50p. Double thickness, and like I said, I paid pennies for them really. I did pay 20 for that, but I got the 2 of them for these 2 for 30, and I paid a tenner for that. And yeah, so we did all right there. I've got other coins which I've got as well, but I'll show you these later, or them later. So we got a complete set from 1936 to when they stopped producing the penny. 2 key dates there to be looked at. It was the 1950 and the 1951. Them on their own are worth 30 to 35, maybe 40 quid just for them 2 coins. I mean, the mintage is so low on them, unbelievably low, and everyone's got to have one in the coin sets. I think I've got about 3 or 4 sets of them. I have got a set which is I'm working on, which is brilliant uncirculated, very expensive coins. When you start getting into uncirculate, you're going into hundreds of pounds, but it took me for 50 years to collect. So but them ones I couldn't resist them. Would you believe it's starting to rain? And the silver proofs looked okay too. Bloody, I don't know what you're singing at. You're making it rain. That bloody, I'm blaming that Robin there for making it rain. It's literally raining at the moment. So what I'm going to do, the time is now 5:10 in the evening. I've got about 4 or 5 hours to render this, put this video together, do a thumbnail, and get it uploaded onto YouTube. So as we speak, I'm getting wet, Buttercup's getting wet, I'm going to head off. She's going to obviously run into the greenhouse. That bloody robin up there, I don't think it can go to wherever it wants to go. It's going nowhere at the moment. Yep, definitely getting wet. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe and goodbye for now. Come on, Buttercup, you go and get in that greenhouse before you get her wet. Oh god.